What's up, guys? Back here again with two more tanks. As you can see, kind of slowly transitioning away from the smaller tanks. You know, I'm still going to keep a couple of those, but I wanted to do some bigger tanks. Both these tanks are made by Aqueon. Picked them up both at Petco. You guys who are familiar, they have that $1 a gallon sale, so I picked up this 20-gallon tall. You can see that. It was 20 bucks for that one. It's got you know, some coupons and things like that in it that I can use you know, a little later on down the road. This one here, and I'll take this one out of the box and show you a little more. This one here retailed, as you can see there, about $70. I paid $30 for it because I don't know if somebody opened it and took some things out, but it's missing a lid which has, you know, the LED lights attached to it. Now that's a bummer, but when I tell you that I'm still getting a 13-gallon tank, filter, all these little contents in a heater and whatnot, and I only paid $30 for it because the manager was cool enough. I figured it was a pretty good bargain. And you know, with the amount of shopping that I do on, you know, eBay and Amazon, I can find a lid, and I did, and I can find the lights, and I found that, and I'm still less than, you know, the 70 bucks that it's retailed. So hang on a second, I'll open this one up and show you what it came with. Okay, so these are the two tanks, and I wanted to show them together and mind the mess behind it. Actually, hang on, I got a better idea. Hang on. There we go, that's a little better. So this is the 13-gallon, the Aqueon, the 13, they call it the widescreen. And as you can see, this here is the 20-gallon tall, and they're both identically the same height. The difference is the width. You can see that the widescreen one is maybe only about 7.5, 8 inches wide, where your 20-gallon, I think this is 12 or 13 inches wide. So, but as far as, you know, size, they don't look that much different from one another. By the way, these black backgrounds I will cut to fit, and I will actually use these as the backgrounds to these tanks, which leads me into, you know, you guys probably wondering what I'm going to do with them, how I'm going to set them up. Still a work in progress. I have a couple ideas. I definitely will be growing some plants in them. You guys know that's my thing. Where I'll be putting them, not really sure. I think this one here may go in my kitchen. This one here, I'm thinking about putting it over here and putting this tank here in my bedroom. So that's a possibility there. Now, as far as some of the things I'm going to need for these tanks, like I said, this one here did come with this little package here, which does include, I believe, a heater. You can see that right there. Probably would have been better for me to open this up, but I don't want to lose anything. And then you got your Aqueon filter right there, if you can make that out. You also get, you know, a net, some other material. I think you get like some flakes and some water conditioner. So we'll see how all that plays out here once I get this open. For both tanks, though, I will need a lid, and give me a second and I'll show you that. So here's the lid. Perfecto is the name of the company, and I'm sure you guys have seen them, these kind of generic glass lids. This, I think, only cost me about 20 bucks. I got two of them, one for this tank and obviously the widescreen tank. And they're pretty simple. You know, they have the plastic in the middle, so they fold up and whatnot. And I figure on the 20-gallon, this kind of inch and a half space should be enough for the filter, cords to run out of, the heater, if I want to do an air stone, that kind of thing. That should be plenty enough space there. And then with this one, I'm thinking that if because they are the same width, I'm thinking of maybe even just potentially either cutting one of the pieces of glass or just cutting this black strip right here, and now I'm left with about 2 inches of space there excuse me, to run a heater, the filter, obviously, cords and tubes and whatnot. So kind of a makeshift answer to not having this tank come with an actual lid. But as far as, you know, saving some money, I think it's a pretty good idea. Some of the things that I have so far, I've used these floodlights before that kind of sit right on top, like they do on that tank over there, the 10-gallon. Right over there, there's the floodlights that I have on top of that, which are, you know, obviously bright enough to help with the plant growth. There's the light right there. So I have 2 of those that will sit on top of the 20-gallon. There'll be one here and one here, and these lights are cool because they come with a remote and they have the whole red, green, and blue spectrum, and they do all sorts of different kind of features. So you have a lot of different selections with your lighting. I'm thinking that I will actually buy a light bar for this one. There's a couple cheap, inexpensive ones I've seen on Amazon that I'm going to buy to sit on top of this one, which I think will really light this tank up, being that it's fairly tall but not that wide. I'll have to do another video, but you know, some of the other things I've gotten are honestly still in the trunk of my car, as far as driftwood and rocks, and you know, I'm going to put, you know, dirt in this tank. So I went to the store and got some potting soil, which should help. I've heard that works really well and it's inexpensive. All that stuff's in the trunk of my car. Like I said, I'll do another video, but a couple other things I do have. There's your quiet flow filter for the 20-gallon. I bought these together on Amazon, and it came with the large filter cartridges, which is always good. This is the second floodlight I was talking about for the 20-gallon that I'll use. And that's really about it, guys. But just wanted to show you these 2 tanks. Again, this is the Aqueon 13-gallon widescreen, and this one here is the Aqueon 20-gallon high. And once I get these things, once I start to set them up, you guys will definitely be kept in the loop. I'll show you how things are going, some of the ideas I come up with. So just stick with me, and I'll talk to you guys down the road. Bye.